Happy New Year! Hi, I'm Michelle from Quebec CICHLIDS, your local fish store in Terrebonne, Quebec, right outside of Montreal. Today we are doing Fish Store Xtreme Makeover Part 5. I know I was not supposed to work on this until way after the holidays, but I had a great idea for this project, and who am I to stand in my own way? So the two 125 gallons that we were supposed to drill and then set up, what we're just gonna do is set them up. I need these aquariums. I need to put my fish in it. So we're gonna do that instead. In the future, I'm gonna drill them, but not for today. I need these up and running. This is the holidays, it's the high season. So without further ado, let's get started. So this is a public service announcement. If ever any of you get the bright idea to paint your backgrounds, because you know what, it's cheaper and they'll all look alike, don't do it. It's a horrible idea. You'll regret it in the future. Why I have to change all these backgrounds is because the paint was just chipping off. It looked horrible in the end. Every time I would move a filter or something, it would break off a bit of the paint. So eventually it just had a bunch of holes in it where light was getting through. It really looked horrible. I use silicone paint, which technically should be so easy to scrape off. You just pass your blade on it and it gets right off and it stays in one piece. The thing is, with time and with use, the paint, the consistency changes, and now what it looks like, it just breaks off in all these tiny little chunks. I passed through 5 blades and I'm barely even done with the aquarium one. So whatever you do, do not paint your aquariums. And if I suggested this to you in the past, I am so sorry, because that's what we used to do, but I am never doing that again. So I'm gonna finish scraping these on my own, and then I'm gonna clean them up with Barkeeper's Friend because they are so dirty. When we do our water changes, we don't necessarily clean the frames. We should, but we don't. And well, now they look like this. So we deal with the consequences. So we were able to set up Aquarium 1, but Aquarium 2 was just too heavy for me. I wasn't able to get it up there. So I'm gonna have to ask a friend to help me out because I don't want to hurt myself and I want somebody strong enough to do it. I know my limits and apparently that's one of them. As with the other aquarium, we're going to be using aragonite, a substrate that raises the pH of the aquarium. This one is completely white, so it gives a beautiful look and really helps bring out the colors of the fish. So it was a big day, but we were able to finish up setting this tank. I was able to fill it up. The 2 filters were actually on my wall of aquarium staying cycled. That way I knew that when I'd have one tank ready, it would be ready the same day. I also used the water from a big water change that I did in my other aquariums, in my 6-footers. So it's day 2, and actually I was trying to set up this aquarium and I just couldn't lift it up. It was way too heavy. One day, what I can just assume was a Christmas elf dressed as a tall, strong man offered to help us set it up. So he and Ben were able to get it on the rack. Now I'm so excited to work on it, and just to motivate me even more, I work best in an environment of last-minute panic. So we are Thursday today, and on Saturday we are receiving new fish, and I want to put them in this tank. You've actually already seen these fish in my Christmas special. I put the peacocks from my growing tanks in this aquarium. This really feels kind of like a time capsule. I'm talking to you from the future about something that happened in the past, but I didn't live it yet. So this is really fun. All right, so now I'm gonna set up the aquarium. I'm gonna put the substrate and I'm gonna fill it up and put the filters on with used media. So I use the media from other filters, or just there's one of the filters that I just took from a tank that was over-filtered and put them on this aquarium. For a substrate in this aquarium, I use Sahara sand. It is fine enough that the fish can sift it through their gills, and it raises the pH. That's it for today. I hope you like this video. In part 6, we are going to start working in the front section. So the 2 6-foot aquariums are going to be joined to this wall of aquariums. It's going to be a huge job that we will do gradually throughout the year, unless of course I get another brilliant idea. So keep yourself posted about this project and sub to the channel. You can also follow me on Facebook, Instagram, and I have a great website where you can shop online and see all my fish lists. I'll see you next week. Bye-bye.